I recently read Inside the Box by Drew Boyd and Jacob Goldenberg. You don't have to be a creative genius to invent a product that people love, nor do you need to wait for a eureka moment to discover your next business idea. You can think of an innovative product by using a series of thinking templates to modify products in your environment. To get started, try these 3 thinking templates: divide and rearrange, subtract and replace, multiply and revise. First, divide and rearrange. Dividing and rearranging is like taking apart a Lego building and reassembling the Lego pieces to see if you can create something better. The physical components of a product are the Lego blocks. The physical components of your refrigerator include the door, the main refrigerator compartment, the drawer where you store your vegetables, the shelves inside the door, the light, and the compressor at the back of the fridge. Now see if you can innovate your fridge by writing down each of these components on Post-it notes and posting them on your wall. Then start the creative process by asking, how might I rearrange these components in my environment? You might imagine moving the compressor outside of the fridge and storing it at the back of your house and feeding compressor lines back to the fridge to cool it. Now ask, is there any benefit in doing this? Well, separating the compressor from the refrigerator would allow for more food storage space and create a quieter kitchen. Also, making the compressor a standalone unit could allow you to cool other compartments in your kitchen. In fact, the thought of having a standalone compressor could be the basis of a new custom kitchen renovation business, in which you make small built-in refrigeration drawers throughout the kitchen that you cool with a compressor. You could have a cooling drawer for drinks, another for vegetables, and another for eggs and meats. The mere act of thinking how you could divide up essential components and rearrange them in the environment will often spawn new product and business ideas. But if dividing and rearranging physical components doesn't lead to innovative solutions, try dividing and rearranging the experience points of a product. The 2 main experience points of a fridge are first you open the door, then you look inside and grab your food. But recently, some high-end refrigerators have rearranged these experience points by installing an LCD screen on the front of the fridge so you can look inside the fridge without having to open it. A sports drink company in the book divided and rearranged a typical sports drink experience. Most sports drinks mix the vitamins and electrolytes before customers purchase their drinks. But the sports drink company Viz Enterprises created the Viz Cap, which allows customers to mix vitamins and electrolytes into their water when they're ready to drink it. They simply twist the cap and release the vitamins and electrolytes into the water so they can shake it up and have a fresher tasting drink. Thinking template number 2, subtract and replace. You can think of subtracting and replacing like taking a star player out of a basketball game and replacing him with a rookie on the bench who turns out to be much better than you expected and helps the team play better. Think of new and innovative products by subtracting an essential component from a product and seeing if you can replace it with something functionally equivalent in the environment. For example, take a smartwatch that measures your heart rate and the number of steps you take each day. Now imagine removing the display. A smartwatch without a screen doesn't seem like a very good product, but take a minute to find potential benefits of removing the display on a smartwatch. After some thought, you might realize that the design could be more minimal and elegant. The watch could be lighter and be less annoying during workouts and while playing sports. And the product would be easier to manufacture and be less expensive. Now ask the pivotal question: is there any way I can replace the screen with something in the environment while keeping the benefits I've just thought of? Well, a few years ago, a company called Whoop answered this question by pushing fitness data from a simple wristband to an app on a smartphone. Whoop replaced the screen on a smartwatch with the screen in your pocket. Apple has performed subtraction and replacement to produce some of the most iconic products in the world. Apple subtracted essential buttons from other MP3 players and replaced them with a single button and a wheel to create the first iPod. But sometimes you don't need to replace an essential component to produce a new and innovative product. The iPod Shuffle subtracted the display from the iPod and only allowed listeners to listen to songs in a random order. Subtracting the display meant the device could be much smaller and be much better for working out. Thinking template number 3, multiply and revise. Multiply and revise your way to an innovative product by selecting an essential component of a product, then copying it and modifying it in some way. In 1971, Gillette introduced the Track 2 twin-blade shaving system, the first mass-produced two-blade razor in the United States. Gillette didn't simply double the number of blades on the razor. Instead, they took the standard razor blade, copied it, and then adjusted the angle of the blade so that the first blade would pull hair up from the skin so that the second blade could provide a closer shave. If Gillette would have simply copied the first blade and created two identical blades, it wouldn't have been a significant functional improvement over the single blade razor and wouldn't have been a very innovative product. If you're in the construction business, you may have seen a level stick with 3 separate levels. Capro Industries, the company that invented the multi-level stick, took the most essential component of a standard level, the glass tube and the bubble in the middle, and multiplied it. But each time they multiplied it, they rotated it 1 degree to create a level with 3 grades: 0 degrees, 1 degree, and 2 degrees. Now you might be wondering, who would want an unlevel level? Well, carpenters often create gentle slopes in floors to drain water, and they want the floors to be at a 1 degree or 2 degree grade. When you multiply an essential component of a product, tweak it like Gillette, or shrink it like new cancer treatment facilities do, by multiplying and shrinking the number of radiation doses so they're less lethal and can be applied to a tumor at different angles, which results in better treatment. Or you could modify the design of the component you multiply. Shortly after learning about multiplying and revising, I went to the bathroom to use the toilet. I looked at the toilet and asked myself, what's one essential component of this product? Well, I thought the handle seems pretty vital. Then I asked, how might I copy and revise it to produce a new type of toilet? At that moment, I immediately thought of putting an extra flush device at the base of the toilet so I could flush the toilet with my foot. I'm sure plenty of companies would have wanted this type of toilet at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the end, if you want to create an innovative product, you don't need to think outside the box and dream up an entirely new product. Instead, you simply need to divide, subtract, and multiply products in your environment to see if you can stumble upon an innovative new product. Divide and rearrange like the sports drink company that allowed customers to add vitamins and electrolytes after their purchase. Subtract and replace like Apple did with the iPod. And multiply and revise like Gillette did with the Track 2 razor. That was the core message that I gathered from Inside the Box by Drew Boyd and Jacob Goldenberg. This is an extremely good book on product innovation. I highly recommend it. If you would like a 1-page PDF summary of insights that I gathered from this book, just click the link below and I'd be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribe to the free Productivity Game email newsletter, this PDF is sitting in your inbox. If you like this video, please share it. And as always, thanks for watching and have yourself a productive week.